Welcome to the High-Tech Investments News Report for Week 14. The news report covers some of the many investments projects High-Tech Investments is currently involved in so you can follow our progress. We hope you will enjoy this news feed and look forward to your comments and remarks.
Hi, Bo here, and welcome back to this week's news report. As always, there is plenty of news, there's plenty of progress to be had. We are going to have a closer look at Paraiba and what exactly we're going to make per day, per week, and per month. And on top of this, Expert Forex has come out also and said that there's one robot that they would choose over everything else that they do. We're going to take a closer look at it, and actually we're also trading that robot. So stay tuned and have a look and see exactly what kind of profits we'll get out of that. First of all, we're going to start again with one of the nice quotes that the Yield Notes department does once in a while. So when they post on their Facebook, and some of them we snap up here. The one we have done this time around is become so financially secure that you forget it's payday. Obviously that will be very nice. We're not exactly there yet ourselves, but obviously we like the quote, and we just wanted to bring that to your attention. On top of this, the Yield Note monthly result has already come in. So we are quite a few days into April, but we still have to look at the May results. And that came in a bit low, so a bit disappointing, at only 7.4%. So definitely we had hoped for a bit more at the end of the day, but unfortunately it didn't become so. Just to have a look at the first 3 months that we have now for the first quarter of 2022, you'll see again here January was the yellow marker here, February is the blue, and the green is actually almost the lowest one here. So unfortunately we also had a slow sprint to the finish line at the end of the month. But then again, 7.4%, it's good, it's stable, and it's always green, and that's what we have come accustomed to here with Yield Notes. Obviously quite happy with this. What we're also happy with is our Sapphire and SAPP coins. Even though there's been a small adjustment on the negative side, we have seen that we continue to get a good return on the investment. So overall per year at the moment, the SAPP Sapphire coin has dropped a few percent. So we are now again back to the 55-56%. So it's not much movement. And that means also the shared Masternode has gone up as it normally does, with about 1.5% at the moment, which we are quite happy with. Overall coin development is a bit down, and again we are measuring this up against the euro, but overall also the against the dollar and the Bitcoin. So we have seen a small retracement. It's not much, and obviously considering that we started this only back in July, still means that we have more than 300%. So and this is the second highest results we have, so definitely still good. PNY is also good. We have seen a continuous drop, so below the 300% per year. So obviously as everything becomes mainstream, the percentage will go down. I think we mentioned that quite a few times. The shared masternoding itself is still good, so more than 20% in the last week. So we cannot complain about that, good and stable. And the overall coin development is slightly negative, but we are still over the 200% mark. So we're down from 227 to 206. So, but still well enough, as again, this is only from October. So still 200% in half a year, so or even less is still okay for us. And if you want to know a bit more, we have actually seen quite a few people that are starting to look into masternoding themselves, apart from Yield Notes. And this is also a way of diversification. So you can obviously continue with Yield Notes, and you can then set up your own coins. Decenomy has about 13-14 coins, I believe, at the moment. We are just doing a few of them that we believe mostly in, and has been good and solid, and also provide a good return on the investment. But there is multiple different coins that you can do even without Decenomy on iHost MN. And if you follow this particular video and the other videos we have in our reference, so category on Decenomy and Masternoding, then you should be able to set yourself up and get started. And you don't need actually much money. This video will tell you more about that. And we're going back a bit. This is not LumixBit, but this is Eliux. And if you remember back in week 10, we actually brought this to everybody's attention because as LumixBit crashed, we also found Eliux that looked exactly the same. And also the CEO looked the same. We now understand, so from a couple of sources that are in with them, we don't have any engagement with this, that everything is closed and shut down, even the Telegram apps, very similar to LumixBit here. They seem to have put a name also to this Russian actor, which is Igor, and then his last name, I'm not going to try and pronounce that one. But obviously, as we got this information in, we have gone back to the fraud department. We are given that information, which we already did previously, but now at least we have a name. We have a couple of other pictures with his face doing other parts, and we hope they're going to take action. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to get any comments in the last couple of weeks, so neither on this or on LumixBit, which is obviously quite disappointing, as we would like to see if there was any progress overall. So for the people that was involved in this, but we will obviously keep you updated if something new comes along. This is not new. This is from last week, the incentive in Florida, where we actually managed to get a ticket in. So hopefully for Miami, it's not been confirmed yet. So we're hoping it's either gonna be confirmed this week or next week, and we'll let you know. But we wanted to have a quick look at all the income streams. And last week we went through the Paraiba income streams. And here we would just show you on a quick one, what is actually your income streams. And what Paraiba has here is they actually have 5 income streams that you're making money off. So that means your own deposits. And depending on if you have below $50,000 in there on your own deposit, it's 0.3%. So per day, 4 days a week. The same for your first line bonus is also 0.3%. Your downline bonus is divided into 4 different sections, and you can get up to 0.04. At the moment we are at 0.03, so we still have a bit of work to do. And then there's also a pool sharing program within the Paraiba sort of project here, and that means that once you have signed up with Paraiba, you've done your KYC and you have actually put in minimum $25, you have secured your place in the line, and you get a small percentage back from all the people that are coming in after you, and the same do we. The last part here is the ranking bonus. This is a one-time bonus, so it doesn't really count into the calculation that we've done today, because we haven't actually done a calculation of how much we're making on Paraiba percentage-wise compared to how much we put in. But we've done that just before the video we were shooting here, and we're showing it to you today. So what we found out, that the daily profit based on what we have put in was actually an astonishing 0.93% on a daily profit on a weekly basis. So it's 3.71. And then on a monthly profit, we are calculating with 7 days a month, roughly average over the year. And that has provided us 15.78%, or it will at least. So for the month of April here, which was quite surprising and definitely a bit more than we expected ourselves. So we know that we can get up to around 10-11% depending on how far up and how much money you're putting in, which pool you are also in, if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. But obviously more than 15%, which is double of what you saw on yield notes, is quite impressive. So these are just some quick numbers, and obviously April looks to be a good one for Paraiba. So we have a video on this, and we'll put it in the link below if you're interested to have a closer look, and we obviously also have all the information on our homepage. What we also have is elevator pass profit for the week of 14, And again, they have come in at a solid 1.6%. They provide up to 3% per week, but we haven't seen that since we started with them. We are roughly in the area of 1.4 to 2% since we started in the beginning of 2022. But it has been solid. The money has come in, so we can't really fault this. And a bit similar to what we just shown you on Paraiba here, you actually have some direct commissions also for the Elevate Pass, where anybody you bring directly in, you get 10% for this. Matrix commission, which is everybody else that is being brought in after this, is 1.8%. So it can obviously become a lot more than 1.6% depending on how you build your team. We also have a new income stream from Elevate Pass that has just been announced this week here, and this week was on Tuesday. So we sat in on the video conference to figure out exactly what was the income stream. And these are now a range of courses into crypto, and there's multiple levels. In that level, there's also a way of how you can make income. So again, this is separate from the first project with Elevate Pass. So where you're buying advertising in order to be in on the trading. Here you are basically selling these courses, and your commission is quite high, as you can see. So it's up to 40% on this. And then you also have a matrix commission, so which is 1.4. So this is an extra income, an extra project here with the Elevate Pass, and obviously we'll tell you a bit more about it when we had a chance to survey it a bit more. So we're also hoping to have a meeting with the CEO very shortly, and obviously when that is in place, we'll make sure that it's available to everybody on YouTube. AI marketing became, and we actually knew that already, wasn't the best of the month. So, and this again has everything to do with the crisis that are going on and the war in Ukraine here. Obviously part of the support team in AI marketing, so is actually based in Ukraine, and they had internet issues. They were also asked to change servers, and all of this is obviously affecting us that are within here. And we still have a 20%, which is not bad, but it's definitely the lowest we had. We haven't been below 30% since we started. And you can see also for the first 6 days now of April, the profit is very, very low. Normally we expect somewhere around 1% per day. And the marketing budget is only picking up now, slowly but surely. So that is the only positive thing that we can find on AI marketing. We know that a lot of people that came in with great expectations, so has been disappointed over the very slow progress that has been made, and obviously so are we. But we'll continue to monitor this. We are not going out of it, but obviously we will try and put the pressure on together with so many other people that are in this. And in order to follow up on it, so we still have meetings with the team leaders, and we'll provide you with the minutes. Unfortunately, this week's meeting did not take place, and the next one will now take place on the 19th of April. We are not so interested in the meetings themselves, because sometimes the communication that comes out of it is a bit irrelevant. What we want to see is simply the robots picking up. The ad balance is picked up every 2 to 3 days as it used to be. We are far from it at the moment, and that's why we're also expecting that April is going to be somewhere similar, between maybe 15 to 25%. And yeah, there is no exact deadline for when everything comes back to normal, or when you can start putting your money in there to invest further, or actually get your money out. So all of this is still very much up in the air, and we don't suggest anybody to go in and invest in this right now. So let's wait and see if this comes good. What has come good also is robot trading that we are doing with one of the Expert Forex robots, the Profit Retriever. And what we have done so far is to set it up on our website. We showed already last week, we had 5. We are actually testing different currencies. We're also checking some indexes to trade on them. That takes a bit of time until we are happy with it, but you can go in on FX Blue and you can have a look. You simply click on the icons that you see there, and then it will take you. And what you'll see is something similar to this. So we have compressed it a bit so you can see what the trading is all about. So this is the British pounds USD, and you can see the graph below. It has been running now for 18 days and with a weekly return of 3.2%, and then a monthly return is just above 14%. So good and solid at the moment. Obviously we'll continue to monitor it. It is still on demo account and it will be so still for weeks to come. So until we are comfortable with the robot, with the testing, with the results. The second one we're going to show you here is the silver against US dollars, which has done extremely well in the past week. And you can see also the percentage wise, it's 9.5% weekly return, which is quite high. Monthly return is currently calculated at 46%. So with a history of the 20 days that you have, and this will obviously become more and more solid the longer the periods. So for calculating these profits. And this leads us to the two videos that Expert Forex have done this week. So where again, people are getting a bit confused sometimes regarding robot settings, how they are supplied and not working. And this is exactly their testing compared to the live trading on demo accounts or live trading. There can be a difference, and that's why you cannot skip all these steps. You will hear a bit more about it and exactly how you can compensate for it. Eliux has also come out with a bit of a statement this week on this particular video. And if he had to choose one robot that he would trade, so as the only one, it would actually be the Profit Retriever, because again, it's an easy one. There's not many settings in it. And it seems to be good no matter if it trades with the flow or against it. And that's what this video shows everything. So very good for the not so experienced traders. So go and have a look and see if this is something for you. And that's what we have for you in this week's news report. We hope that you can draw some inspiration of all the many projects that we are in. You will also see the estimated profits that we are making off these ones, and obviously you can find more information and details on the YouTube channel and also on our website, where we try to show you a bit more similar to what you saw on the trading site here with the Profit Retriever. So until next week, see you around. Bye bye.
I hope you enjoyed our news report, so please don't forget to like and add your comment below, as we would love to get your feedback. But before you go, make sure you subscribe to the channel and don't forget to keep the notification bell turned on. That way, you will never miss any of our future videos. We hope to see you back on this channel very soon.